Loud and clear.
All right, cool.
What the
What's going
hell?
on above your fucking lip there, man? You gotta wipe. You got a fucking chocolate milk or something.
You got that razor I sent you. You must have had sex now as well. Lucky you. You're having a whale of a time in this market. All
I
right.
knew you were gonna fucking say that. Hmm.
All right. Well, what the hell is going on with the yen? Bank just came in there and bought I don't know, yeah, defended some level, everyone's telling me. Like,
Did
what?
they? They, from what I read, they said that they were, were going to. They said they're watching it. That's all I saw. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know if they did or they didn't. I'm pretty fucking pissed off about it, quite frankly. But
I think your dollar's still got a chance of making it high on today. What do you think?
of what?
Your long dollar, I think you're not doing too badly. I mean, the yen moved
I'm
1%.
all out a long dollar, but I just wanted, like, I'm looking to buy. I was looking to buy yen. I came in this morning and said I'm gonna fucking be buying yen today if this thing fucking closes up. Um, and Swiss if it closes up, and gold. So I bought a little bit of gold just to try to get started, but now the yen thing completely fucks me up. I didn't need. I can't buy yen on news like that. You know what I mean? If there was no news and the yen did this, I could buy it, but it just fucked me up.
Bit wild out there. Nasdaq is 1.4 down.
I think it's big boy time, man. It's big boy time.
It is big boy time, man. The yields. I did a little video on TLT getting toasted there. Yeah, and they're like the 30-year yield is like 4.8%. I don't know what is it now. It's crazy. 4.75. The 10-year is 4.8. What's going on? Oh no, sorry. The 30-year is 4.8 and the 10-year is 4.75.
Yeah, it's a little ugly, dude.
Crazy. This is this is definitely the start of people running for the doors here on equities, man. Like
But what about the fucking year-end rally, man? The seasonals.
what on equities?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there'll be time for that, but we got a dip.
It's all I see every fucking day is a seasonal chart.
Oh, the seasonal dip.
You gotta be fucking kidding me with that shit.
We were looking at those on oil, actually, pre-market. Yeah, they're pretty interesting. But can you trade them? Yeah, maybe on the
I
spreads.
wouldn't. I'd fade him, but I wouldn't trade him.
You trade them on the spreads, they're good.
Yeah, I don't know enough about
These
that shit.
spreads are good, man.
I
So,
don't.
I saw after we were talking, you obviously, yeah, I had to get that bearish video off your chest,
Yeah.
and then you obviously went, hold on a second, I don't want to get this reputation as being like the
No,
doom.
it wasn't that at all. It wasn't that at all. I just, I just did like Twitter. I'm just fucking with people, man. It's
Widening
so
the spread.
funny. You put something bearish on there, and you get the most fucking like engagement that you get that you'd ever gotten in your life.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I'm just trying to tell people, like, yeah, this is what I think, but that doesn't mean fucking jack shit. That's the point of trading, right? You're gonna try and be right. You're gonna lose money. Just trade, make money. Who gives a shit? So I'm just trying to say, here's all the bearish things, and yes, that's my view, but I also like to look at the opposite just to know when I'm fucking wrong, that I could be wrong, and I have to be prepared for that. I can be wrong. That's fine. I can't lose money. That's what I can't do.
Sure. So where are all these people going to put their money now that their bonds are getting wrecked?
What
Gold.
money? They're losing money. Well, I don't understand what money. They're going to buy more bonds. That's what they're going to do. That's all they do. Every day I hear it on TV. Every fucking day. What a bargain bonds here are. What a bargain bond. Every day.
But at least they're getting they're not getting capital depreciation on that, right? So it's just putting money in the freezer, basically. I mean, okay, look,
They keep telling me if you hold to maturity, you can't lose.
yeah, who's holding 30-year bonds to maturity as a trade?
What about, did you see that Austrian 100-year bond thing? They're down like 85% or something like that. I'm like, okay, but if you hold to maturity, you'll get your money back. Yeah, in 100 fucking years.
Yeah,
It's so
exactly, man, exactly.
stupid. You're gonna hold these bonds to maturity for 30 years. Meanwhile, fucking inflation, you're gonna lose like 10% a year on your freaking money just off inflation.
Can you call the bond back? Actually, like, can you get out early?
Can
Actually,
who get out early?
if you buy those bonds as an institution, yeah, you can sell them off, but obviously you're locking in your losses. But yeah, I don't know. I don't even think like that, man. Bonds, they're just not my thing. I like the bun, but I mean, it's not my trade. It's low stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, where is the money gonna go? Anyone with money, where are they going? Where are they gonna go?
Gold.
You reckon? Is this a turn? We're looking at a turn here.
I don't know, but that's where it's going to go. And gold, Swiss franc, I think that's where it's going to go. And people are arguing with me, but I think Aussie will be the other one because I think they run their economy pretty tight, right? I don't even know if they run deficits.
Yeah, no, they run it tight down there.
So, I think those
CBOE volatility index hits highest level in.
So that's where I think it's going to go. I'm waiting patiently to put those trades on when the market tells me to put them on. But that's what I'm looking at: yen, Swiss, Aussie, gold. That's the trades I'm looking at here.
Wow, super risk off.
Yes.
Super protective, man.
Well, yeah.
Have they finished building the bunker in the back garden?
My whole place is a fucking bunker. That's all I got here. This is one big bunker.
Surrounded by bars of gold.
Yeah, right.
And pictures of Nathan, what's his name?
Dan Nathan, the man.
And Nathan. I saw him actually when they reeled out a guy on CNBC to explain the bond capitulation.
Yeah.
He literally just said, I think he just said something random. And the analyst guy was just like, yeah, that's right. You're right. Exactly. You got it. And you could tell he was sitting there going, wow, did I?
He's a moron, dude. His number one idea yesterday was buy TLT.
Wow.
They had a guy, Rick Santelli, on the show yesterday, who's actually a smart guy. He's been covering bonds forever.
The guy. Yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah, he came out and said 13% is on the way.
Yeah.
In 10 years.
Yeah. So didn't Rick point to Nathan and say, what do you think?
No, Dan, Nathan's number one idea yesterday was buy TLT. After Rick Santelli came out and said we're going to 13%. But, Santelli did say, look, I'm not saying we can't bounce here. You know what I mean? We probably can. It's oversold. Like, even the Bears think it's oversold here. TLT's down 130 basis points today.
Tino, all I see on T-notes is that it's trading 106.30s. Got to go to 106 flat. And that's just technically where it's going. And there's nothing going to stop it. Nothing. So I don't know.
Yeah, well, like I said, I don't know levels. I just know that I think the fucker's going down, dude. People are buying it, and they're just gonna keep getting fucking hosed every day. I had no idea when I put that video out a few weeks ago that it was gonna take this path. I was just like, look, just stop buying them. I had no idea. I mean, bonds are down. No, fuck, did I make that video? What's the date from 2 weeks ago? I don't know. Too good at math and calendars, but where's my fucking calendar? Here we go. 2 weeks ago would have been like, I guess I put that video out like on the 17th. So, I mean, on the 17th, fuck.
Yeah, what's that boss man?
All right, one sec, dude. On the 17th, we were at, yeah, 93.5 on the TLTs. We're now at 85.5. Like, what? I had no idea that was going to happen.
Yeah. Good call.
It just reminds me so much. These people that are buying TLTs just remind me so much of the people. It's the same people that were buying, that were short in stocks the whole first part of the year.
Yeah, the people going for the cuts. Yeah, well, I just want to check in with you because everything is falling apart here, and these bonds are extending these losses, and the world, to a certain extent, is going to fall apart for a lot of these people looking for these safe havens. I like the way you're just pure risk off here. Yen, Aussie. What did you say
I
you're
mean,
taking?
I'm not yet, but that's what I'm looking to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I don't know. I think it's going to get interesting, man. If it can keep doing this, it's going to get super interesting with the Fed and what they're going to do. I can't wait. I just think the market's going to force them to do something, some sort of QE, some sort of something, right? And
Yeah, so
I think that's going to be the death of us all.
that's
Maybe,
what I wanted to ask.
maybe not immediately, but I think that'll be the death of us all. They do QE, man. Gold's going to fucking go up 1,000.
So, yeah, but that's what I want to ask you. If they do another, if how is this setting it up? If they do another hike in November, they don't pause and they do a hike.
Yeah,
Um,
they ain't hiking shit.
yeah,
That would be the most bullish thing. They should hike, dude. They should fucking keep hiking. That's the only thing that's going to stop this. That's what they don't fucking get. For some reason, they don't
they
fucking
can't
get.
afford, but they can't afford those bills.
What's that?
They can't afford those interest rates. The economy, I should say, can't afford those. You know,
When they hike, the long rates go down. It's when they don't hike that the long rates go up. So if you can't afford higher rates, then fucking raise the short end, man, because then the long rates will go down. You know, that to me, as I've been saying for months, that's the whole fucking problem, and that's exactly what people are missing, right? People are like saying, "Oh, well, if they cut rates, interest rates go down." Well, no, they cut rates. I mean, clearly, Fed funds go down because that's math, but you know, the longer end is all about inflation expectations, and if you're cutting rates, then inflation expectations are going up, and therefore long rates are going up. That's what, to me, that's what this whole thing is here, right? So you want to fucking, you know, get the long end, the long rates to go down, raise rates. You raise rates 100 basis points, I guarantee you 10 years fucking rally, TLT rallies.
yeah. But what do equities do? Think they'll rally?
Probably not, but who gives a shit? They're not supposed to care about equities.
Well, the Fed don't.
Yeah, so who cares? What do they care?
It's funny to hear all these commentators talking about like as if the Fed or FOMC give a shit about equities, and they're always like, oh, they're going to crash the markets if they do this, that, and the other. And it's just like, well, they don't. That's not part of the remit. If you don't understand the remit, that's not part of the game.
No.
Yeah.
But you know, then every time the stock market crashes, they cut rates. So I just don't think it works this time, man. That's really the biggest gut feeling I have, that the market's going to force them to do it. That's exactly what they're doing here. They're going to force them to do it, and when they do, it's going to be freaking game on, because I don't think it's going to fucking work. It'll work for like a day, certainly. You know, they go ahead and cut rates, and you would think, you know, the stock market keeps going down, and at some point bonds will go up because everybody is conditioned to believe that that's what happens. But I don't think it happens this time, man. I think we're in a different place here. You know what I mean? That works when there's no freaking risk of inflation, right? But you're going to cut rates to save the markets, and inflation is going to take off again, and you think the long end is going to go up on that? Forget it, man. Forget it. That's why I'm buying gold. You know, I can get stopped on gold. Okay, then I'll get stopped, and I'll buy it again. Like, to me, that's going to be the trade here at some point, and it's going to be massive. If the markets crash and they fucking cut rates, I'm telling you, gold will be up 1,000 the next fucking day. It'll be not even the next day. It'll be up 1,000 that day.
How far do you think we need to crash here? I mean, you're
I mean,
gonna
I think it's probably about the bonds, but I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. You know, at what point do people start fucking freaking the fuck out?
and 4,200 really isn't that much further down.
No, you got to get all these dipshits to buy that 4,200 level, man, for the year end rally.
Another 1.5% down to 4,200.
Oh yeah, it's nothing. No, we could be there this afternoon, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's already 40. It's 42.65 on the SPOOs. So I mean, they're down 60 on the day. Well, we could be there in an hour.
Yeah.
So you know, and then the VIX will go up through 20, which I don't know, it may already be there, right? It's close to 20, and then all your like sentiment indicators, your CNN bull bear number will be like super, super low, and everybody will try to buy it. And then we'll be in trouble. You know, they're not like super long equities right now, but if they get super long equities in the face of all this, then that next leg down will be ridiculous, right? If they buy them all at 42-ish and then it goes to 43, 44 or whatever and holds there and everybody starts piling in and they think that, you know, the year-end rally's coming and then it fails and it goes back down through that low, there ain't going to be no one left to buy and it's going to be at fucking 3,200. It's going to be at fucking 2,200. And then, you know, then something's going to happen. And, you know, like I said, that's when the Fed will have to cut and then I think the trade will be gold. Absolutely be gold. I know gold bug. You know what I mean? I've been bearish gold all year. So
this sounds like a super busy November, December, basically.
yes, I think yes. It's really all I'm trying to do is quite frankly, not lose any money between now and November, December, because I think that there's going to be massive opportunity in November, December.
I am right there with you. Totally.
Look a little bit like Clark Gable with that mustache, man.
That's the second time this week I've gotten that.
What made you go there? Just shake it up a little bit?
I don't know, actually.
Or are you like me? You only shave when you have sex, so we know what's going on in your life.
No. No, we're not bringing any of that into it. No, I was cycling with some guys in France and the old mustache when you're on the bike, you know, it can be part of the look. And
Oh yeah,
and I just kept it, so kept it going.
no, it looks good on you, man.
Thanks.
You wear it well.
And my pro bass hat, you know, signature.
Oh yeah, look at that. Now you're really Yankee now.
I know.
They have Bass Pro Shops outside of the USA.
No, I had some family bring me back a Bass Pro hat, which I wanted for my collection.
Yeah, I stayed weirdly enough in was it Bass Pro Shop? I think it was. They built a hotel when I was like in Memphis. They built this huge like pyramid hotel, Bass Pro Shops hotel, and I stayed in that thing. I think it's Bass Pro Shops. It might be another one of those freaking hunting places. I don't know, but
I didn't
sort of always makes me think of.
That is pure country, man. Pick the redneck city.
Hell yeah. That's what this country is, man. That's who runs this place.
Yeah. What do you think about Trump? He's getting roasted, man. Jeez.
Who?
Trump. The Democrats are not going to let him.
He's the next president of the United States, dude. You can bank on that.
I totally agree with these. The more they throw at him, the more his ratings go up, and the more Biden's go down. It's crazy.
They have a Republican debate. He doesn't show up. His numbers go up.
Yeah.
He's got a team of geniuses, man. They know exactly who they got, and they know exactly what to do. That's what I think. I think that other than him being in jail, he's the next president of the United States by a landslide.
I mean, it's not hard to follow Biden, the mishap that is Biden. I mean, just Let the
I mean,
guy.
all these fucking people should be
go.
shot anyway. Donald Trump too. But to me, if you're over 65 years old, you should not be allowed to run for office, man. These people are so freaking old. That, I mean, the one lady just died. You know, and she died of old age, and she's been voting every day. She doesn't even. She's not even coherent. The other dude, Mitch McConnell, is completely incoherent. And he's like the most powerful
Right.
guy, you know, he's the most powerful Republican in the Senate, and he's completely incoherent.
He's the
Like,
guy who
what
froze up, isn't he?
Yeah, more than once, man.
I know. I saw the videos.
Yeah, these people are incoherent, man. Like, I don't understand.
Pretty bad.
It's sick. It's really it's sick, man. It's fucking sick. It's sick and it's sad. That's what I think. But like I say, no one's listening to me, and there's nothing I can do about it. So I'm just sitting up here in my bunker.
All I'll say is like how does this stuff perpetuate? You know, like I mean, I'd like to say in Ireland we're pretty dynamic and we're pretty on top of not letting shit like that just go on and on. I mean, people
No,
not gonna listen.
it's gone here, man.
Perpetuate it.
It's gone here. I said it for the last election, and I was wrong, but I'm going to say it for this election too. I think there's a chance that there isn't going to be a fucking election, and I think on election day they'll have McConnell and that other woman, whatever the hell her name is, the Democrat old fogey, Pelosi. I think they'll be swinging from the freaking gallows pole in front of the fucking Senate. That's what I think. That's where I think we're headed here, and I think that's where we should be headed here, because it's ridiculous at this point, man. They take so much of our freaking money in taxes. I wouldn't care about any of it, to tell you the God's honest truth, except that they take so much of my money in taxes, right? I'm working for them for 33% of the year. So, and that's fine if they were doing responsible shit with it, right? But they don't do responsible shit with it. They just steal it, and everything just falls apart.
But nothing happens, man. Nothing happens. Nothing changes. You just.
Well, that's what I mean. So it's going to have to change. It doesn't change because who changes it? Okay, so I think that you
They're
shouldn't
meant
be.
to change it. They're meant to change it.
But that's just it. They're not going to.
Elected.
I say you shouldn't be allowed to run for office if you're over 65 years old. Well, who could vote that law into being? Them. Well, and they're all over 65 years old. So why would they ever do that? Like, it's not in their best interest to change anything. It's in their best interest to keep things as it is, right? So they're never going to change it, and eventually, it's just, to me, it's all going to blow up. And people have been saying that forever, and it never happens. But I think we're getting closer. I really do, because now we've got this ridiculous situation going on with debt. And you've got this ridiculous. It all comes back down to the fucking fact that too many people are buying TLT, which means interest rates are going to keep going up. And so you've got this ridiculous debt thing, and so and your debt service is just going to keep going up, right? So they can blame whoever they want, but the truth is they should just blame themselves for buying fucking TLT, because that's what's going to cause it to go down, and that's what's going to cause rates to go up, and that's what's going to make all this stuff completely unaffordable. And so what are they going to do? They're going to decide to cut fiscal policy? And they don't do that. The government does not do that. That's not how you get elected. Oh, we're going to cut all your benefits. You know what I mean? The markets just crashed. Everyone just lost their jobs, and we're going to cut benefits. That's not what they do. They say, okay, we're going to print more money and we're going to give it to you because we want you to elect us, right?
Yeah.
And how are you doing that now? You can do that if you've been saving for a rainy day, but these people lost the idea of saving for a rainy day a long freaking time ago, right? They have not saved for a rainy day. They have spent for a rainy day, right? So that's why this whole thing just literally scares the living shit out of me, man.
I mean, one way to get it, balance it out is to go to war.
Yes, that's the only way. So that doesn't sound like a great fucking outcome either, if you ask me. But yes, you're right. That's historically been what they've always done. That's always been.
Ray Dalio will tell you that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, well, so will Jason Shapiro. So Great. So we go to war. That sounds fucking wonderful. That's really the life I want to live through, is go to war. And then what? Yeah, I said that in the bullish video I made. So, okay, they go to war and now they can put all these people to work in the war factories. The whole industrial, what do they call it? The military industrial complex. They still get their freaking money. They get even more money. So they're happy, right? And the money they give the politicians, they're happy. But in the meantime, they put price caps on shit, right? That stops inflation, right? Because they say it's wartime. You know, that we don't want war profiteering going on here. We have to get together to defeat the enemy, right? So profits go on hold. Price cap stuff.
It's funny because that golden era, of make America great again. Well, the greatness is like harks back to post World War II, sort of, spike in actually during the war, and then just post the war, that spike in spending on manufacturing and production and infrastructure and all that, blah blah blah. So the America that people kind of have this golden rose tinted view of was really, really racist, and it was all fueled by the wash of the war. And if you ask people, hey, do you want to go back to that?
Yeah.
Is that what you want to go back to? Is that
No,
why
that's
you're
right.
voting for Donald Trump?
That's right.
You
Put
wanna
all
go back there? No.
put all the homosexuals back in the closet. Put all the women back in the kitchen. You know what I mean? Let's go back to the 1940s. Is that really what you freaking people want? Like, you know what I mean? It's so hypocritical, right? There is no going back, man.
I know, but
And our
people,
military is not prepared either. There's no way our military is prepared. I got this guy that I know real well who was in the military for a long time, and he's a big consultant to the Navy, and he's all into, he knows everything there is to know about naval preparedness and the ships and all that. He's like, these fuckers are fucked, man. They are in no position whatsoever to fight a war. None.
Yeah.
And the people that join the military, although it will take care of the illegal immigrant problem.
It's not going to be a war fought by boots on the ground. It's going to be drones. It's going to be
You would
cyber
think so,
warfare.
yeah.
It's going to be, like sanctions, blah blah blah. It's not
Yeah.
going to be 50,000 guys landing on Dunkirk or shit like that, or like it's not going to be Band of Brothers stuff going on.
You wouldn't think so. I mean, the thing the U.S. always has had in its favor is that we have a lot of natural resources, right? So like we can eat, we got the bread basket of the world right here. So we can eat forever. But if you got Ukraine, then theoretically China and Russia can eat forever too. So I don't know where it goes, man. I'm glad that I'm getting it close to my end of days. I'm glad I ain't 20. I'm glad I ain't 20 because I just don't think it's going to be fucking pretty, man. I worry about my kids, but I mean, my one kid works for a gaming company, so gaming ain't going away.
Yeah.
And my other daughter lives right here. So
just to reiterate, we are available for parties. Info at Credit Market Report or info at Duggan Capital. We can do group rates.
I just said this on that. Look, if you look at that bearish video that I did at YouTube, I said that. Yeah, I said, look, this is not anything that I want, man. You know what I mean? This would suck, dude. You know what I mean? This would suck. I don't want any of this. I'm not one of these guys that thinks the world should go to hell and blah 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 blah. And I'm building my bunkers, but it's got nothing to do with me, right? Like these people got to get this shit.
I think when traders talk about, the end of the world, we're talking about like a massive capitulation in the markets. We're not really talking about the direct economy. It's not, it's not.
I am.
Purge. Are you?
Yes.
It's going to be like the purge, people walking around with chainsaws looking for a loaf of bread. And
I mean, if shit breaks down, man. You know what I mean? If distribution chains break down, then, you saw a little bit of that during COVID, a little bit of distribution chain breakdown. But if you get it's all about if the payment system breaks down, right? Then what do you do? How does shit work? I don't know. I want to call my friend that lives in Argentina and ask him how the hell what do you do? What do you pay with
Okay,
shit with?
and we're
I
getting
don't get paid any more money. Like, I don't understand. I get paid my fee on the money I manage in US dollars.
Yeah.
So like if my US dollar is worth half, then what do I gotta do? I gotta make double? Like, you know what I mean? I can't just do that just because I want to, right? So I don't even know how people live. I don't get it. Somehow they do it. The people in Argentina are living. The people in Zimbabwe, they're living. But
Yeah,
I
they
don't
get on with it, man.
get on with it. How though? What if I want to go buy fucking lunch and they tell me my meatball sandwich is freaking $8,000?
This private black market economies that go on all the time.
I guess it's a
Yeah,
black market thing. I got to find me a farmer and make friends with him, and I can buy food from them. I guess I don't. The only thing I worry about is the food. The water I got, the electricity I got.
Yeah.
I don't farm, so I could, like I say, I got some acreage. I could bring a cow in here and some chickens.
If you
But
talk to, if you ever get a chance to talk to any Lebanese people, they'll tell you what happens when your currency gets devalued like a gazillion% against the dollar. And some of the stuff they've done in Lebanon is ingenious. How they get around like basically this peg to the dollar, and it gets toasted. And I mean, they had the most corrupt central bank in the world, I would imagine. But
I mean, they adopt US dollars, I guess. But
yeah, but
I've already adopted US dollars. So what am I supposed to adopt? Russian
But
rubles?
people there are getting paid in Lebanese pounds still,
Oh,
so they have to figure it out. So, telling you, talk to a Lebanese person; they'll tell you all about it, man. It's
I
fascinating.
will. I got this really good, cool Lebanese guy on my Discord. He's real active on my Discord, and he's a trader, and he's a cool guy, and he's always telling us stories of Lebanon. I think he comes from a pretty good family there, and he lives in Dubai because he fled, but his whole family still lives in Lebanon. He goes back and he tells us these stories all the time.
Oh man, you can't get up early enough to deal with Lebanese. There's a reason
Yeah,
why all the world's top CFOs are Lebanese guys because they
yeah,
are
yeah. No, they're serious. They're pretty serious about
sharp,
business.
sharp,
I,
sharp as a tack, man.
yeah, I knew a bunch of them in when I lived in Hong Kong. They're pretty freaking serious.
Yeah. Be careful getting into a contract because, like, literally, if it is not written in the contract, they don't want to know. They don't want like it. If there's
Yeah,
a
I'm not really getting into any contracts with any Lebanese at any moment anytime soon. I'm not really getting into contracts with anybody anytime soon. So, you know, I'm not I'm not too worried about that, but I am interested to find out how you survive in that kind of environment because I think that there's a shot that we're going there, and you know, that can't happen in America. That's what everybody says.
just what I see on Twitter, videos of people like this morning. I was sifting through Twitter, and there's this biker gang, and they just pull up beside this woman with their kids in the back of the car, and they just start smashing out the back of the window while she's in the car. They didn't know there were kids in the car, but the woman gets out to ask them to stop, and they just push her to the ground, and it's just like, I don't know, man. It's like it's a total breakdown of society, if you ask me. That's all I see of the states these days.
No, there's no
America.
fucking question, man.
My
There's
partner and her mother got out
And
of
that's before the shit hit the fan. It's already breaking down over here, and that's before the shit has hit the fan. Imagine if the shit actually hits the fan, what it's going to be like. It's already complete mass looting and all this shit going on, right?
yeah,
Shitting on the streets everywhere.
yeah,
You know, LA, I won't even go, but this guy was just telling me the other day that lives in LA. He's like, dude, this place is a fucking hellhole, man.
yeah,
Every corner you turn is nothing but drug addict, you know, and you know what? That all comes back to the whole opioid thing too, which was all the government as well, right? They
right, yeah,
allowed the whole opioid thing to happen because they got bribed by, you know, the drug companies, and they turned 30% of this country into fucking heroin addicts. You don't think that comes back to haunt you? Are those the people that are, by the way, are going to go and join the military and win this global war for us against, you know, the Chinese and the Russians? Bunch of
send
fucking
in the
heroin
zombies.
addicts.
Send
Yeah,
in the zombies.
bunch of fucking heroin addicts. I mean, that's what you have here, man. That's what this
That
country is. And the Chinese love it. They freaking throw fentanyl into this country all day long. They know they're not stupid, right?
Man, you should just ship the zombies to like Moscow. Just airdrop them. Boom. Elite team of
The
heroin
ironic thing would
junkies.
be is if the saviors ended up being the illegal immigrants. Here, you got how many millions of illegal immigrants? It's like they did to you Irish guys when you came over here during the revolution, during the Civil War. Was here you go, you're a citizen. Here's your freaking gun. You know, get on the boat. You're going down south, right?
And then we took the presidency.
Yeah.
JFK, boom. Biden.
Yeah.
We don't really make a noise about him, but
Yeah, but I'm saying that's what they did, right?
Yeah.
That's what they did. They got off the boat from Ireland. They signed him into the army. They gave him a gun and a uniform, and they put him right on the next boat to go down to the war, right?
Yeah.
So maybe that's what they'll do. For that could solve all this immigration problem too. Here you go. You want to be a U.S. citizen? Here you go, man. Go fight for your country, son. Because certainly we haven't got anybody that's gonna fucking do it. You know? So here you go. Go fight for your country, and we'll allow your family to be citizens, and you know you're gonna get a good paycheck, and you're gonna get 3 squares a day, and here you go. Welcome to America.
Never gonna happen, man. Never gonna.
Why not?
Because the Democrats would just kick up a fuss and they just say, "Oh, it's inhumane and it's unwoke and blah blah blah." And I mean, you're dreaming. I mean,
Yeah,
you
well-
guys can't. You guys can't even get off the teat of the of defense spending. You know, I mean,
No, no.
like you know,
It's
but
disgusting.
yet
It's-
you've got so many people going hungry. Education is an absolute state in the U.S. It's it's I don't know. No, I don't want to shit all over the US, but
I'm
you
all
know,
for it, man. I mean,
I just
like
think you got all the capacity to do so much better as a country, but you just well, your government just doesn't do it. Instead, you just plunder it. I mean, it's actually a bit like, you know, some some African nation states that just rape and pillage the resources of the country and then stick it in a Swiss bank account. Except in the
oh,
States,
these guys do even better than
and
that
on
because they
on
just rape
military
and pillage the working people of the country. In Africa, nobody works, so they got to, you know, there's no business, so they got to pillage the resources. Here, they just pillage me and everybody else by taking our freaking taxes and stealing it, right? So
Yeah.
it's pretty disgusting. There was a thing, Providence in the city here, didn't have one single school that passed where the people passed basic math. Not one single high school in the entire freaking city.
Not one person passed mine.
Basic could pass the basic math. Because they don't care about education either. You know what I mean? They say it every time during the elections. Oh, we want to invest in education. Yeah, sure you fucking do. It's the last thing they want. If they had educated populace, then they'd all be fucking voted out, man. They want to keep them stupid. That's why, like this guy Ramaswamy, everybody likes him. I'm like, this guy can't win, man. He's too smart. People don't fucking relate to smart people. You know, he's gonna get up there and say a bunch of intelligent shit, and the people are gonna be like, "Huh? This guy's a snob. I'm not voting for him."
Is that Balak?
Huh?
Yeah, Vivek Ramaswamy. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've listened to him talking. Yeah, he is a smart guy, but yeah, I mean, there's no way he's going to appeal to the voting populace because he's just like another billionaire basically that wants to.
He's just too smart, though. Man.
Right.
He's smart. I mean, Trump's a billionaire, and he gets the populace, right? But this guy talks very, you know, Trump talks. You know what I mean? He talks to the level of his audience, right? This guy doesn't. You know, this guy is talking like he's talking to a bunch of, you know, venture capitalists and whoever else, right? He's a super smart guy, but that doesn't get you elected, man. It's clear. So to me, the election's over anyway. Unless they get this guy in jail, the election's over. I don't even think it's going to be close. So I don't think it freaking matters.
I mean, they want to get him in jail. They want to charge him with enough stuff that.
Oh yeah, they do, because that's the only way they're going to keep him out of office.
Yeah, pretty fucked up, man. I don't know.
Yeah, well, there we go. Like you say, we're available for weddings and bar mitzvahs,
Yeah. Yeah.
births. What do they
Party.
call them? What do they call them? Are there things you guys do there when you go to church with the baby?
Oh, christening.
Yeah, we're available for
Parties.
christenings, all happy events. We're ready to
Ready to rock. Yeah.
we're ready to show up for. Any
Yeah.
event where you want people to be in a cheerful, happy mood, call us up and we'll tell you how wonderful things are going to be for your brand new child. How the future for your child is so bright.
And we'll give you free bond trading advice.
Yeah, yeah. Sick.
All right, man.
All right, dude. Stay cheerful.
Keynotes, new lows as we're talking.
Keep that thing trimmed up there, right?
I'll keep feeding it. I'll keep feeding it. Yeah. All
All
right.
right, we'll talk to you soon.
Take care.
Later.
Bye bye.
Uh-huh.